Istanbul. I haven't been back here for 7 years. For me, it was like any other large European city, modern, open and festive.
And you're real blonde?
Yeah, I'm not real blonde.
At the time of my first visit here, Turkey was seen as a model by reconciling Islam with democracy and economic growth.
I love your hair color. It suits you very well.
But today, the situation has radically changed. The country is under the autocratic rule of President Erdogan. The media is censored, and conservative Islam is gaining ground in all spheres of society. And the country has become a regular target of terrorism. Faced with the hardening of the regime, some people have chosen to resist. The country is deeply divided between liberals and conservatives, religious and secular. A schizophrenic society right down to the way people dress and make fashion. And this is what attracted me to Turkey. Oh my God, I've put on weight in Turkey. Despite these troubled times, Istanbul remains a dynamic and creative cosmopolitan city. The handsome young man at the side of me is Ahmet. He'll be my guide and interpreter during the film shoot. In real life, he's a fashion designer, which couldn't be better. For the past 15 years or so, a handful of local designers have made a name for themselves in Turkey and abroad. Nej is one of these talented creators.
So? If you want, I can...
Yes, please. Skinny.
She uses only organic fabrics, ample, supple materials and plunging necklines that appeal to women in over 18 countries. She created her label 15 years ago, and yet she looks like a teenager. And when she tells me her age, I'm even more surprised.
No, I don't want to know. You're so young.
46.
No. Yes. But you're doing surgery?
Never.
No?
No, because my life is organic. All food, all dress, my home,
Your heart?
my heart always. My shoes is organic.
Love.
Love.
Here, everything's made from natural fibers.
When a customer wears an organic garment, it's as if she drunk 2 green teas.
And the city celebrities love green tea, and Nesh counts many of them among her customers.
When you started, fashion was... how was fashion in Istanbul?
If we're talking as a country, we learned how to produce textiles. We started producing quality products for export abroad. We started to market them. Then we launched our creations and our label with a young and dynamic team. From an international perspective, Turkey is one of the leading countries in terms of production and marketing. But on a local scale, if we look at the creation process and the establishing of a label, the textile industry has really developed over the last 20 years.
Hello. I'm Audrey. Nice
Hello.
to meet you.
I've come to see the collection of gowns you've prepared for me for the Golden Butterfly Awards.
The Golden Butterfly Awards are the Turkish equivalent of the Golden Globes.
We'll try this one first.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's really soft.
dress.
It's silk. Here everything's in silk. Bamboo and cotton.
Pamuktan yapılıyor. Arada
And sometimes I use fabrics made with nettles and milk.
kullanıyoruz.
My aim is to reach all the women of the world. The Neige woman has no language, no religion, no colour, no land. She's universal.
Do you see that the society in Istanbul and in Turkey is more conservative? And does it change something in your creations?
Yes, the political regime, the government has changed many things. But this won't affect art, culture, or fashion. Because we're the Republic of Turkey, and we're the children of Atatürk. We'll follow his path.
Atatürk, father of the Turks, founded the independent and secular Republic of Turkey in 1924. Today, his legacy is being challenged. Erdogan's government has had his photograph removed from public buildings and is attempting to re-Islamize the country. Neige doesn't like to talk about this subject.
I prefer not to speak about this. Because I have the title of state artist, I have to be careful what I say.
Oh, okay. She's also no one's comfortable with speaking.
No one's comfortable with speaking.
Because, yeah, things happen, so no one wants to take risks for their own business.
I'm going to witness this time and again during my film shoot here. Today, a lot of people are afraid to express their opinion on political or religious matters. President Erdogan doesn't take kindly to criticism. Freedom of speech has become more and more restricted. With its 78 million inhabitants, Turkey is the largest economic power in the Middle East. In 30 years, the country has undergone a spectacular economic recovery. Today, 60% of the population belongs to the middle class. Like everywhere else in the world, Turkish women shop at Zara, Gap, Mango or H&M. Faced with this standardization of fashion, some young designers have decided to create a new market, original ready-to-wear fashion at affordable prices. This morning I have an appointment with one of these creators, but I have a slight problem. My interpreter Ahmet is good with the clothes, but very bad at reading a street map.
Oh, we should go from there, I'm sorry.
A little bit lost.
Little lost, not so much.
Not so much.
After 20 minutes of wandering around, we finally reach our destination.
Hello, hi. Welcome to my atelier.
Hello, Zeynep.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
At 34 years old, Zeynep Tosun is one of the rising stars of haute couture in Istanbul. But this season, she's launching a ready-to-wear collection.
It's something like this. So this is where we do the pattern cutting.
Yes.
The pattern cutting, this is everything where I give the drawings and stuff and they start to realize it.
A new collection based on traditional Turkish prints.
This is the ready-to-wear spring-summer 16. What else do we have? Like Anatolian patterns. These are like the one that I'm wearing. It's also like this. It's a bit like modernized kaftan sleeves.
Wow.
It has.
She draws her inspiration from her travels in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and in Turkey too, of course.
Okay.
See, it's beautiful, but it's. Do you want to check yourself on the mirror? This one is a bit like this. Do a really good research.
So this is your bazaar.
This is my bazaar. Normally it's quite huge, but we have these ones for now. And these ones are the new samples. It's gonna be out in 6 months. This collection.
Where did you find it?
I found it in Cappadocia.
Close your eyes and follow the rainbow. Far away it rises, far away it goes. There's somewhere.
Celle-ci. Ouais. So you mean that in your collections you're trying to use a tradition?
Yes.
Turkish tradition?
Turkish traditional textures with modern shapes. that the local designers are competing when they do ready-to-wear. They are competing with Zara or H&M or things like that. So the people, they don't buy a simple dress from us. They want a Turkish designer. It's to be more unique in his or her own style. For example, this one, I can't sell it like this. But I have to put something, but in my own style.
And about the prices, do you compete with Zara or?
I can't. Literally, I can't. That's why, if they want to buy this, if Zara does this, it's like maybe 5 times less than my price, of course. 5 times, 6 times.
It's her first ready-to-wear collection. I think it's great, but she can't earn her living from it. To earn money, she needs to create haute couture garments for Turkish elite, but not only.
For example, this one is worn from by Lady Gaga, because I had a PR office there, and it's like that.
You mean Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga, yes.
The
Singer, yes.
Wow.
But it's really
You
heavy
don't need a
piece.
PR now. You don't need a PR now, as you wore your dresses.
Yes, but it's like it didn't change anything, normally.
Zainab has her own boutique, which is located in a shopping mall, as in every country that I visit. Shopping malls are universal and I hate them.
The first shopping mall ever built in Istanbul.
Ah, okay.
So, but right now we have many. But this is because it's really close to my office. And it's like, it's a big part of us because it was built when the buildings have started, when I spent my, like most of the meetings, I did maybe my first dates when I was 12 years old in here. So
Your first dates, do you remember your first date?
No, I don't remember, but maybe it was like we used to hang out a lot in here.
Here, she sells her ready-to-wear and cocktail dresses.
Yes, I remember. Do you feel that it's getting more and more conservative since?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, definitely. So the thing is, it's getting more conservative. It's getting more Arabic, I believe, in terms of style. Before that, for example, I was with my miniskirt everywhere, and people were not looking. Right now, they are looking, they are insulting with the eyes and stuff. So it's becoming really heavy. That is why I think that my circle is getting, instead of getting wider, because the population gets, we have the growing population, instead of going wider, it gets narrower. So there are few people that I can address with my own style. If I do more conservative stuff, it would be better for me to sell. It changed. It really changed. Because the money changed. We say in Turkish, the money changed hands. That's why.
Okay.
Last year, European investments in Turkey dropped by 52%. Those of Arab countries doubled. Investors more and more attracted to a Turkey where conservative Islam is rapidly gaining ground and secularism is in sharp decline. For example, since 2010, President Erdogan has authorized the wearing of the veil in universities and public buildings.
So there's a new mosque here.
Yeah, it is a new mosque, and actually the number of mosques are getting really more and more. And after the more conservative government came to power, like for the last 10 years, and the number of mosques around Istanbul maybe doubled or tripled because they're building mosques all the time. Yeah.
Is it because there are more Muslim in the country?
No, maybe maybe they want to be
More visible.
more visible. Yeah, exactly.
In fact, 17,000 mosques have been built in Turkey since Erdogan came to power. The secularists accuse the government of wanting to re-Islamize the country. Ahmet and I decide to go to the city's most religious quarter, Fatih, in the heart of Istanbul, not far from the famous Blue Mosque. We've dressed soberly for the occasion. As for him, he's totally incognito.
This is my first time here.
And how do you feel?
Feels strange. I'm born and raised in the city, but you can see that this is like two different worlds, totally. So in just a 15 or 20 minutes ride, you come to a different world.
For the women who wear the traditional abaya dress, clothing choices are rather limited. But for the others, the hijab, the traditional veil, isn't incompatible with stylishness. In fact, there's a name for fashion for veiled women. It's tessiture fashion.
Can you show me the best pieces that you sell?
These two models are the best. They're made locally.
This one? The women love it.
The customers love it. There's also jean skirts, like on the mannequins.
Quality of the fabric.
Tabii ki bir de fiyat farkı.
Also, the pricing is they're better at pricing, so that's why they buy from them.
Thank you.
So when they aren't dressed entirely in black, the women can still choose their style of clothing.
You never dress like in all black.
I prefer it this way. I've never thought of dressing all in black. We can also be fashionable. We don't follow fashion, but tessiture clothes can be stylish too.
And what is the most important in fashion for you?
In general, I pay attention to the colors of my dresses, to the color scheme, but I don't really pay attention to fashion because I wear the veil. I just want my clothes to reflect who I am, a veiled woman. I wear what I find, what I see. If the colors blend well together, it doesn't matter whether the style is casual or classical. I improvise.
And do you put your scarf always the same way?
No, I change it often. I wear different kinds of scarves or shawls. I have 3 or 4 models.
She has different kinds of.
3-4 modelim var. Hepsini farklı satıyorum.
She has like 3 or 4 different
Elbiseme
ways
yakıştığı şekilde örtüyorum.
tie it.
The number of women who wear the veil is on the increase. Erdogan has encouraged the emergence of a new conservative elite. This middle class has adopted tessiture fashion. Women who want to be stylish while still respecting the laws of Islam. There's even a monthly magazine dedicated to this trend. It's Ala magazine. Launched 5 years ago, it has a monthly circulation of 30,000 copies, more than the Turkish version of Elle or Vogue. So obviously, I wanted to meet one of its journalists. In the offices, my first surprise, all the staff is smoking, including Ozgur, the editor-in-chief.
No, I can't smoke. We can't smoke during the film shoot.
She doesn't want to be smoking in the film.
Shall we start? This sort of thing is often criticized in Turkey, but it's okay because it isn't going to be shown here.
And so about Ala magazine, what is the story? When did it start?
5 years ago, we created Ala magazine because the conservative women didn't have access to fashion. They didn't know how to mix and match their clothes. Someone had to explain to them that the trousers you're wearing can also be worn by a veiled woman, that they don't always have to dress the same way. For example, this suit is a Bayman tunic worn over a pair of LC Waikiki trousers. Here we have different ways of wearing the scarf. We try to share all of this via the social networks, via YouTube.
These videos are extremely popular. Some of them have over 400,000 views.
More and more young women are starting to be interested in wearing the veil, but can't find any models. For example, I've been wearing the veil for 2 years now.
So what is being feminine in Islamic fashion?
First of all, it's forbidden for a veiled woman to be sexy, because a low neckline attracts attention from men. That's a proven fact.
Before leaving, I'm treated to my own scarf tutorial.
In the streets with this way of
That's why I wear it like this.
You're the pack.
I'm going to incur the wrath of the feminists, but I find it quite elegant. In the wake of la magazine, young ville fashionistas are hitting the streets. They sometimes turn themselves into Instagram bloggers under the hashtag hijab fashion. These bloggers are extremely popular. Some of them have thousands of followers. So obviously, fashion designers rely on this trend which combines conservatism and glamour. I'm meeting with one of them on the Asian side of Istanbul. To get there, I have to cross the Bosphorus by boat.
Oh, they're too much.
There's still only a handful of these conservative designers, a new market that has created vocations. One of the references in this domain has her boutique in one of Istanbul's high-rise towers. 2 years ago, Tuba worked in marketing. Today, her Instagram page has 200,000 followers.
So these are all your designs?
Yeah.
Everywhere? This?
This one, I chose the material and designed the tunic myself.
Synthetic fabrics, gaudy colors, somewhere between psychedelia and techno-trance. I'm not crazy about it, but it's very popular and makes a nice change from the strict brown or black uniform.
Do you want to try it?
İnanılmaz farklı giyiniyorlar.
Do I look like a conservative?
Yeah.
These tunics are obviously designed to hide the woman's curves and are worn over a pair of trousers. No body parts must be revealed.
It's conservative woman. And this.
Which one is your favorite? Ah, very girly.
Yes, pink. Pink.
Which color of scarf?
Ekru olabilir, mavi.
Ah, beige or blue is possible.
Each person has a scarf color that goes with her skin color, and we dress according to the scarf.
The color needs first to suit the face, then the clothes.
And the eyes?
Makeup is also highly codified.
In fact, conservative women mustn't draw attention to themselves, so their makeup has to be very discreet. For example, they mustn't use lipstick. If they need to do so, they must use very little.
Why you shouldn't use lipstick?
Highlighting the lips makes women look different, you know, so they mustn't promote that.
Tuba's customers are young, middle-class Turkish women, attracted by the designer's style and the affordable prices of her tunics.
Welcome.
Hello, Tuba. I've come here to see the dress I liked. It's beautiful. I tried it on the last time I was here, and I think it really suited me.
You follow conservative fashion. Do you?
Yes, I follow.
And do you read fashion conservative magazine like?
Yes, maybe Ala.
Ala magazine.
Ala magazine. Sometimes this is not conservative, but Marie Claire also.
And all.
Marie Claire.
And
all of them. All
magazine.
Evet, o da güzel aslında. Onu giyebilirim.
Okay.
She's gonna try.
For my engagement.
Oh.
Yeah.
You like it?
What do you think?
It's very beautiful. And price is very cheap. I think.
How much is it?
How much? 400.
400 Turkish lira.
Turkish lira.
Okay.
That's about 120 euros.
This color is good.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuba sells around 500 pieces every month.
Enjoy wearing it.
Thank you very much.
For the past few years, Islamic fashion has also inspired the luxury labels.
If you look at the last seasons of luxury labels such as Dior, Chanel or Valentino, in their fashion shows you'll find conservative clothes such as long jackets or tunics. They're turning towards the Middle Eastern market, which is very rich. Fashion is very popular there, so they create it in accordance with the local constraints.
As with each of the people I meet here, I ask them about the political situation in Turkey.
Can I ask you your feeling about the recent elections in Turkey?
Tuba, please don't say anything about politics. Don't say anything. Don't make any comment about the political situation in our country. We could have problems.
For God's sake, as far as I'm concerned...
I know, but I really don't think you should say anything. These are foreign journalists, don't forget.
Okay, I understand. With everything that's going on at the moment, we could really have problems. That's why I'm telling you this. Of course, people here are afraid to say what they think about the present government, and that's normal. But we'll always be thankful to whoever helps our country to progress. We must always respect a party that has won the election, and we think it's going to govern well.
And have you heard that there are some newspapers of opposition who are shut down and like recently?
If that really happened, I don't approve of it, because the press must always be free to circulate information and tell the truth to the citizens.
For several months now, President Erdogan's shift towards authoritarianism has affected all sectors of society. War has been declared on the opposition press, journalists are imprisoned, media closed down. In this climate of fear, self-censorship even affects mainline fashion magazines. Despite this, independent publications are launched, and their limited circulation allows them more freedom. One of these independent magazines, based in Istanbul, is preparing its 4th issue. The staff is in the middle of a shoot for the next cover. Jessica, the model, is Finnish. There are very few local models, but the entire staff is Turkish. Duygu is 29 years old. She's the founder of the magazine.
In Turkey, actually, the magazines are a kind of afraid of trying the new things. The main aim of Based Istanbul is we want to force the borders.
The staff of Based Istanbul rejects the syrupy image of the romantic or glamorous woman who doesn't offend anyone and is a docile consumer.
Talking about styling, Bohemian fetish.
What?
Bohemian fetish.
Bohemian fetish?
Yes, Bohemian fetish.
Ah, okay.
A little bit glam.
But this is a bit experimental for Turkey, no?
Actually, our magazine people, it's very normal.
Ah, okay. For Based Istanbul.
Yeah, for Based Istanbul. But we are little group in our country.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We are Muslim and we are traditional people.
For December's cover, Duygu's chosen theme is Trash Party, a far cry from À la Magazine.
She's like a, little muse, actually. She's so natural, her face and everything.
She's like a baby?
Yes, like a little baby. But with the clothes and the moves, with everything, we want to show a little sexy woman inside her.
Okay, I understand. Is there a difference between independent magazine and mainline TV?
Like independent magazines are more, they put more, how can I say, art things on it, and it's more free. You can be who you are and post, it's more maybe creative. It's more about some special thing going on, combining punk rock and more glam things together. So I like that. It's really great. I'm inspired today.
Yeah, and we can see it in the picture.
That's good. Yeah.
Here, they flirt with the taboos while still respecting the rules. For the past few years, there are more and more prohibitions.
It's okay in a Muslim country to put a girl in a miniskirt with a robe.
It's okay for us, and I think that's the point. That's the point that we want to show.
Do you have the feeling that you have no boundaries?
Of course, we have some boundaries because we are printed magazine, and we can't show everything like nudity, cigarette, alcohol. This is the boundaries, but as a mentality, I think we have no boundaries. People can see Turkey becoming more conservative because of the politic issues and everything, but in the inside, young people still has courage and they still has to do something new.
Like all big modern cities, Istanbul is becoming Uberized. There's even a concept that's unique in the world, the Uber boat. A service that perfectly illustrates Istanbul's schizophrenia, both capitalist and globalized, and conservative and religious.
Hello, merhaba.
It's a very pleasant trip, but it costs a fortune, 50 euros for a quarter of an hour. The Bosphorus is the meeting place for the city's affluent youth.
I have friends who have a boat, so sometimes we just go middle of the sea to have a dinner, to drink something.
I love Istanbul.
The city beach is really nice.
In this hotel.
It's amazing, right?
I want to be a princess.
In Istanbul, young creators have decided to stand up against this return to conservatism. Ahmet and I are going to meet Geray Sepin. He's one of Istanbul's 10 menswear designers. And in a country where men's fashion is limited to three-piece suits, he stands out as an iconoclast with his genderless designs.
Hello.
Hello. C'est Geray.
Hi, this
Hi.
is Giray, this is Audrey.
Nice to meet you.
Kind of, ancient drawings. There is an eagle over there. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see.
And for example, this one, this velvet, long bomber jacket.
No way.
Yeah.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Can I see them?
I should close.
Yeah. It's nice. It sits on
you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, not bad.
Really? Long shirts, teddy jackets, trench coats. All very standard wear, but in Turkey it's already anti-conformist.
Long shirt on it.
Okay.
And maybe. And also, what do you think is like for women as well?
Yeah, I could wear it.
Yeah. Something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
androgyne.
Yeah.
You have women who buy your clothes?
Yeah. Some women really like to buy and really like to wear my stuff as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Evet, bayağı önceydi ya.
His customers are the wealthy young in crowd, musicians, architects, advertising people. A Giray coat costs around €400 in a country where the average monthly salary is around €500.
And this is my small office.
Your tiny office.
Yeah.
It's a monastic room.
Yeah. Okay, these are my last inspiration from the for the summer collections.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty decadent.
Yeah, but I use this kind of
It's a bit gay, no?
Ooh. It's not a bit gay, yeah, but it's also kind of romantic, 70s and much more older, and something like 20s. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So these are the final, result of this concept, and this is like, color. You can put that
on the dress.
Yeah, like that. Let me help you.
So this is after the inspiration of bondage and macrame.
Yeah.
Ah, you have a tail.
Yeah.
We could play with your tail.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
You could play with mine, no?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. You like it?
I love it. We could go in the street like this.
Like that. Yeah.
It would be very conservative.
Yeah, no, it's not conservative.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
A genderless collection which should please Erdogan, who affirms that women can't naturally be the equal of men. With the women designers too, fashion is sometimes used as a means of resistance to the hardening of the regime. This is the case for Gülçin Sendel. Through her creations, she advocates women's freedom.
I see Gunchel. Hello, Gülçin.
Hello.
I'm Audrey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So this is
my showroom. So these are from SS16 and some in here are from SS16.
Okay.
And also this part is from SS16.
So what was the inspiration?
So the collection's name was also Abundant.
What is abundant here?
Oh, it's I just use when the buildings are abandoned, they cover it with the barbed wire or wire netting. So that's why
I'm gonna put it.
Use them in embellishments, and
Okay.
we can see barbed wire in here because in today's world, women need to be feel stronger. So the goal was that to make clothes that women feel very strong inside. They can feel that it's not all about physical power.
Mm-hmm. Are you feminist?
Yeah, sounds like that, right?
How does it work?
It's just like fuck me if you dare kind of sexy.
Fuck me if you dare.
Yeah, that's the secret motto of the brand.
Ah, it's secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't tell it in any interviews or something.
No.
No.
Just to me.
Yeah. So they're kind of like a little bit sexy, but also the woman is powerful, so you wouldn't do it if she doesn't allow.
Absolutely not. It's very sexy.
Maybe too sexy.
It's going conservative, but if people are, I mean, I didn't change the way I live. So there is a very huge group. I mean, it's like half and a half. So we didn't change any way that we live. So I don't think it's gonna change.
Gulçin perfectly incarnates the present bipolarity of Turkish society. With her, I've just done the splits. I end my week in Karachi, one of the freer quarters of the city where the hipster youth meet up at the weekend. Here, it's an extravaganza. Long hair, slim-cut jeans, 3-day stubble, bonnets, sunglasses. Anything goes.
I'm about to go off the top like I know how. People tell me slow down, keep it for the showdown. I'm like blah, nah, nah, nah. This is how I rhyme. Fuck it if you can't stand it. This is for that new age, 21st century living. What the fuck?
In Paris, I'm tired of hipsters, but here in Istanbul, I'm intrigued by these young people who don't really fit in with the overall ambiance. In fact, I'm interested to know what they think about their country's situation.
How do you see the evolution of the country? How you
Not good.
Not
good at all. No. There's a lot of, you see, like there's a lot of people here, a lot of young people, a lot of modern, liberal, I don't know, free people, but we decrease. Our number decreases day by day. When you see a lot of muhafazakar neydi ya? Conservative. A lot of conservative people you see emerging all over the country. They're getting more and more. I mean, this thought of conservatism just grows with time.
You, as a woman, how do you feel about the future?
Horrible.
Horrible.
There's so much violence against women, and the government does not protect us. And for example, the politicians say if you are raped, then give birth, and government looks after your child, and this is your fault, not the man.
So, about the future, what are you going to do, both of you?
To be honest, I'm thinking about leaving the country and like soon, maybe later. But that seems the only way out because talking politically, the last elections were much bright. So.
There is less freedom here.
Less freedom.
And 5 years ago, I think 5 years ago, I think we are on a bad way not for Istanbul, for Turkey.
You can.
I think in future maybe we cannot come we will not come here like today.
So you are nervous?
Yeah,
do you feel nervous?
We are really nervous about that.
About the future?
Yeah, about our future, I think. And maybe our children's future.
Okay.
Some word about me, like who I, S to the P. You heard about me. There's some word about me, like who I, sing it, who I, sing it, who I, sing it. Woo!
As with each of my fashion trips, I leave with a conviction. Fashion is very often the reflection of society. In Istanbul, this was once again the case. For a week, I did the splits between conservatism and iconoclasm. Fashion in Turkey isn't just a matter of style. It expresses freedom, politics, religion, and taboos. It's a fashion that reflects the country.